See the back of the car roll around, gets up in the outside of the 33.
Moved that 33 up the racetrack and took the lead away from him.
Good racing or something else, Austin?
I wasn't good racing. I hadn't raced him all day. He was nervous or something. Got to get back around me, just moved me up the track. He never wanted to race side by side for a lap with anybody. He wrecked his teammate at the beginning of the race. It's all good. We got plenty of races left. It'll happen again to him.
And you talked about tomorrow. What would you like to see in the form of repayment?
I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it. He won't be ready.
Turn 2. 21 car. Elliott Sadler. Caution is out. Boy, it looked like he went in there high on the outside. I don't know if he got any help or not.
There's Gordon. There's the green arrow denoting he is in 10th place as they came across the line.
I don't know what's going on there between.
Well, right now he's in 11th because Michael pulled up alongside him, but the computer,
Michael,
which is unofficial, but it says that Michael is 11th. Well, let's see. Was it? Oh, you don't need Fox Sports for that.
Man, that was almost a direct hit.
Sadler not happy with Ryan Newman.
And this is onboard Dale Jr. Boy, did that car snap loose or was there contact?
I believe you'll see right here
there
was a little bit of contact. But
Casey Mears
Jr. he had his hands full without any help from anybody.
Then on the it's supposed to be the cool down lap. Watch this as Dale Earnhardt Jr. turns Casey Mears around. And before they get to the garage area, here comes Mears back at him. Pow.
So evidently, now we kind of know who was involved back on lap 301.
Oh, yeah.
Evidently.
It's almost like it's a little bit of a stack up right there of those cars getting in the corner.
Yeah, and that's Michael Annett just seemed, I'm sorry,
Almirola.
Yeah, it looked like you just didn't anticipate things slowing down when you're under the, just on a restart here. You have to anticipate that things are going to be a little slower getting in there than actual speed most of the time. So, well, see Brian Scott not very happy with him.
Yeah, he was running 9th at the time, and boy, he is furious with Eric Almirola. Not the first time these two have had this kind of discussion.
No, it's not the first time. They've had a few issues along the way, and Andy and I saw the 11 fall back there in that last run. Wasn't exactly sure what happened, but Jamie, you've got more?
And we did catch up with Brian Scott. Not happy right now. We just saw you guys having some words. What was the issue, and what did you say?
Well, really, it's an issue that's been building all year. He's ran into the back of me on restarts. He wrecked me at Richmond. He walls me at Chicago. He races like it's the last lap every time he's around me, and I've had enough of it. He's cost me a car, and he continues to race like that. So I went and told him, and I just told him how I felt. I told him that I owed him one, and I told him if he's going to continue to race like that, then I'm probably going to slip up and wreck him.
What exactly happened today that led you to confront him?
He just races like, I don't know any other better word for it than a jack, you-know-what. He runs you tighter than anybody. He tried to pass us on pit road and tried to block me from getting in my pits. It's just an every week thing, and I'm sick of it. I'm not going to put up with it anymore, and that's what I told him. Right there, he's blocked me from getting in the pits, and his pit stall's way down there. So he obviously has an issue with me, and now I have a pretty big issue with him.
Interrupted.
Still top of 3, top of 2.
You heard him right there when the 11 slid up in front of him. He had to lift a little bit. The 33 wasn't anticipating that and got into the left rear, and that's what caused that.
What happened?
That's the first chance I got to see the replay. It's pretty obvious what happened. The 33 was obviously a dart without feathers and come across the racetrack and run right into me. So it's a shame for our farmland team. Our Ford Fusion was getting a lot better. We didn't start off the race like we wanted to, but we had certainly gotten it a lot better. And man, he just come from all the way at the bottom of the racetrack and run into me. It's just frustrating. He's not even racing this series for points. He's out there having fun because his daddy gets to pay for it, and he wrecks us. It's frustrating.
Let's listen to Juan Pablo on Montoya's radio.
Got a hit. Warren, I was there. Tell NASCAR, I was a freaking idiot. Could have caused a huge wreck. What a moron. The sick on you. Look at his rear fender. Look at his rear fender. The quarter panel. I'm there. 10-4, you're fine. You're fine.
Obviously, Juan Pablo, and rightfully upset. It could have been a big one, as he said. And about the first time the 48 car will lead a lap today. If you just joined our coverage, he was a lap down on lap 25.
Yeah, we heard that radio exchange, and here's what he's talking about. He had a nice run there, and David Reagan moved down. Really surprised that David Reagan didn't get a penalty there for forcing him down there at that point in time. A little dangerous move, and you know, a lot of times you can't understand everything Juan Pablo can say, but I think we all got the message there.
I think you get into 3, and then he gets up the racetrack, gets in the side of the 47 car. 47 car way up the racetrack, gave up a lot of spots. The race was over. AJ let him know he wasn't happy. But you know, a lot of that is the frustration of not being in the chase.
I wonder why. A little bit of a halting start to today's NASCAR Nationwide Series race at Watkins Glen, already under the second caution of the race. And this one kind of, well, how should I politely say this? A series of events that all led to a big mess. Remember how earlier in the race, Kevin Harvick came on his radio and said, if I get to that 88 car, I'm going to dump him? Well, that 88 being Brad Keselowski had Kevin Harvick lined up right behind him for this most recent restart.
And I'll tell you what, Keselowski's looking in his mirror, looking at Harvick, and takes off. He's glancing back up in there and just flat misjudges getting down into turn 1. And watch what happens here. He sails it down in it, just drives right in the back of the 32 car of Denny Hamlin.
Let's listen to Keselowski's radio.
Man, I didn't mean to do that. I was looking at the 33 on my mirror. Sorry, I'm sorry. I really screwed up. Well, he's still rolling, man. He's still rolling. He just kept rolling there. You're good.
You know what, guys? That is the classic veteran versus rookie move. Kevin made his statement earlier. Got in Brad Keselowski. Says Kevin Harvick's not a dirty race car driver. He's an aggressive driver. He's not going to dump Brad Keselowski. But Brad surely was trying to get away from him and caused the caution.
It's a misunderstanding of the call at the end of the race. He'll understand it, and I'm sure he'll clear it up in his interview. For us, we're great teammates. We're doing good together. We have to work together to beat all these other teams out there, and he knows that.
Cleaned the side of our car out after the checkered flag, so I don't really understand that. But all in all, our Jimmy John Chevrolet did a great job and didn't have a scratch on it until then, so that's pretty good for Talladega.
Did Kurt have any explanation for you?
Not really.
Team meeting later, maybe?
Probably.
See him racing side by side off the corner. Zeke just gets really out of shape.
Yeah, no contact. Maybe a little air taken off the spoiler, but that'd been about it.
Obviously, Ryan didn't agree with that assessment.
Yeah, must have thought that he got hit, but he'll look back and find that was wrong.
He thinks that I come up into him. I never he has tons of room. Don't worry about him, man. You didn't do nothing wrong. You're fine. You talk to him about what happened here. 12 is getting wrecked, okay? I don't care. NASCAR can park here, whatever, but he's getting wrecked. 2 times. He wrecked me in 1, and he wrecked me in 3.
Here's what he's mad about, talking about the 12 car of David Stremme.
He's just at the top of your screen here. There's the 12 car getting into the 7 as he exited turn 1.
What happened?
It kind of developed on back in the corner. See, Robbie Gordon is trying to send a message to David Stremme. I don't think David was accepting it too well here.
See, Stremme pulls over to the inside. They continue to race. Go down in the tunnel turn. Everything's okay right here. But as we exit,
it's like, did Robbie Gordon turn down on him there, Dale?
No. It looked like Stremme lost the nose of his car right there.
Yeah, could have.